What is going on, guys? Houndish here, and today I'm going to do a quick guide of how to complete this week's Challenge of the Elders inside of the Prison of Elders. So of course we have a weekly Elder Sigil for the Challenge of the Elders, which is where you have to get the 30,000 and 90,000 score, the 30,000 being in one run, so that's a high score for one Prison of Elders run, and the 90,000 being overall for that week. And this is of course the challenge mode, so this is the 42 Prison of Elders. And I'm going to go over exactly how we did it this week and some tips for some of you guys that might be kind of useful, and some things as well that I can kind of recommend about light levels and gear and kind of strategy to get this done, you know, pretty easily. And as you can see right here, I'll show you a quick screenshot. This was our highest scores for the week, so I managed to actually get a 41,000 high score in one Prison of Elders run, and over the 90,000 score right there, 114,000 points. And this was done in around about an hour and fairly easily. Now as you can see, I'm around 325. I was actually 324 when we were running this, and I had two friends with me who were between 315 and around about 318. So at those kind of levels you can certainly do this, but of course with me being a higher level, and this is something to look out for if you guys are kind of running it with people of different levels, I would put the highest level kind of in the position to get the most headshots where possible. So what I found is if you have one guy kind of focusing in one area of ads, you'll notice in a lot of rooms you have the kind of left side and the right side of the room where you have ads coming out of doorways and stuff. So if you have one person on each of those, then one person who more or less continuously does some kind of boss damage, you should do fairly well out of this. So in this particular room, I come over here to the right mostly and just kind of hang around this area permanently killing ads while my teammates DPS the boss. Now the ads will spawn kind of periodically as you do damage to the boss, but of course we are on a time limit here. I think the time limit for this first room is around about 5 minutes ish, so you don't want to take any longer than that to clear this whole room. But in the optimum kind of position, you'll score, you know, nearly 10,000 points in this room alone. One thing I have found is that you kind of score a little bit less in this room than you can in the next round. So the next round you can actually make up quite a bit. The end of this round we have about 7,000 points in this particular one. But another thing that's kind of worth mentioning, obviously if you DPS the boss very quickly and kill them, you're not going to have as much time to kill ads and get those headshots and everything like that this week. So it's kind of a matter of, you know, timing when you kill the boss to, you know, give you the most amount of time to actually kill the ads and score the points. But of course it's a fine line, and it's something that you kind of get balance of, you know, knowing how long you can take in doing something. So it's around about 5 minutes, and you're going to want to have that 7,000 points ish. Is not too bad for this first room, and you know we can recover more points in the following room. So once you get to around about 4 minutes, you really want to get that boss killed as soon as possible, because you start losing points if you take too long in this room. So we got about that 7,000 points at the end of this room right here, and moving on to the next room. This is a room that gives you a lot more points in our experience so far. So if you have kind of one higher level player, if there is, you know, a higher level player in the team, have them stay down in the bottom where I am right here. You continuously get spawns of ads kind of in this area, and you can kind of dip over to the left hand side of the room and kill more ads as your other teammates DPS the boss as much as possible. This particular boss kind of puts fire all across, you know, the areas that you're moving around on the map, and that does stay there for quite some time, so it can be a bit hazardous. And you know, being below 320, you will take a fair amount of damage, but I would say that it's still something you can achieve. So you're just going to keep headshotting these things, and it's the same kind of process. You do damage to the boss, and periodically you'll get ads spawn, so pretty much just doing the same thing. But one thing I wanted to talk about as far as gear, I've actually found hand cannons are really perfect in this particular run of Prison of Elders for getting those headshot kills. So just use a hand cannon if possible, something good like IS Luna is pretty solid, or an Imago Loop. Try and avoid things with Firefly, of course, because you get groupings of ads, and if you're Firefly killing them, you're not necessarily scoring the points, you know, the most points that you possibly can. So in this room, again, you want to take around 4 minutes. If you get to that 4 minute mark, preferably be around about 20,000 points ish, and then you're kind of safe to take the boss down, because you don't want to lose points by taking too long. Another kind of point I wanted to make is getting the final killing blow on one of the bosses with a headshot will be worth quite a few points as well. So make sure you kill that boss with a headshot, and you'll get a decent amount of points. So that is the second room, and of course we only have 3 rooms right now, so it's pretty much just the same thing again in the final room. Just kind of let the ads come in, have someone specifically focusing on getting headshots as much as possible, maybe 2 players, and have 1 person DPS, kind of mess around and see what works for your team. But you should do pretty well. I pretty much got most of the headshots on these particular runs without, you know, any real problems in getting enough of a score. So you just carry on through this room. You've got the boss, which is pretty deadly, by the way. Don't get close to the kind of servitor boss, and he fires those kind of skip grenade things that bounce across the floor. They are one-shot killing me at like a 325 kind of level, so that's something to bear in mind. But again, in this room you just keep killing ads, kind of do it as quickly and as effectively as you can, but of course you can wait for more spawns of ads before killing the boss. And once you hit that 30,000 point score on the screen, you're safe to go ahead and kill the boss, because of course you don't want to lose any points. You could carry on a little bit more to kind of score more for your armor score, which is the 90,000 score, but of course if you're getting this 30k every run, that's 3 separate runs, and I imagine once teams kind of lock it down, it could possibly be done in 2 runs to get the full score, or 2.5 runs, because you know, don't necessarily have to complete the thing, you just have to kind of score the points on the final one. But once you got that 30k, carry on and kill the boss right here, and then you'll kind of be told by Varix that you can head back there, and that's when it'll give you rewards. So of course the 30k score is for a weapon reward, which I got the sniper, I believe it was 329, so that's pretty cool, the Queen's sniper, and then I got a chest piece, I think at 329 as well. So it's some pretty damn good loot for doing the weapon and the armor portion of this thing. But overall on this one, just try and score as close to 10k per room. Essentially, that's all you really have to worry about. If you're a full team of people, you know, between 310, 315, this is going to be kind of difficult to do, I would imagine. It's hard for me to say, because obviously I'm running at like 325 here, but you know, a full team of 320s, for example, can easily complete this challenge. So there you go, guys, that is the breakdown of this week, kind of the modifier, the best ways I've found to kind of do it, and some other tips and tricks in general. So let me know down below how you got on in the challenge of the elders, and if you got any awesome loot. It's pretty damn cool. I'm looking forward to doing it again on some of my other characters this week. So if you have found the video useful, don't forget to drop me a like and comment down below, and if you're new to the channel, you want to see a lot more Destiny content, feel free to hit that subscribe button for a lot more. But for now, you guys take it easy. I'll catch you very soon.